Hey everyone, it's Matt Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the new Ford Escape plug-in hybrid. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the RAV4 here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this Escape. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 2.5 liter four-cylinder paired to a hybrid system and an eCVT. The MPGe rating is 101, with the MPG rating with no hybrid assist whatsoever is 40 miles per gallon. This can go 37 miles on a charge, and it produces 210 horsepower. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see here with these lines, I think those look really sharp. And then we of course have the new Escape headlight design, fog light down below. And then we've got the Ford logo there front and center with the parking sensors at the bottom. And putting it all together, I think the new Escape looks cool. It's got a sporty design. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 225, 60, 18 in the front and over in the rear. You can see with the wheels, you got the silver mixed with the blacked out elements. And then you got the charging port here on this side. Just a quick look at it, just normal charge port, frankly. And then you got the body painted door handles, and you can see the trim there at the bottom that matches the fender flares. And here's your full side view. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start, we got the opening for the hatch, and then the Ford logo there on the back, and pop her open. Now, popping into said hatch, you can see we've got a 12 volt there on the side. Got spare tire underneath there, and yeah, plenty of storage space here in the back of the Escape. When you're all done, just press that button and that will lower the hatch right back down. Really cool taillight design here, and then you guys can see the rest of the badges and the plug-in hybrid badge there at the bottom. And then we've got parking sensors and then the double exhaust tips up. And finishing things up, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with this PHEV Escape. Now popping inside, you got soft touch here, you're gonna rest your arm, and then popping over to the seats, you can see there's soft touch on the outside, and you got the cloth trim there on the inside. Legroom back here is solid, no storage pocket here, but we have one on the other side, funny enough. Got some vents there in the center, some USB action. Got our armrest that's in the shape of Utah. Ford loves us. Anyways, headroom, it's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, again, soft touch here, and then look at the trim that goes across, and then more soft touch down below. All of our window controls, mirror adjustments. The mirrors do have blind spot monitoring as well. Now taking a look at the seats, you guys can see soft touch here, and then look at the cloth trim all down the center, and then you can see more soft touch on the side with the stitching, power adjustments on the side. And you get the double pull for the hood release, and you got your light controls here, and then it is soft touch on the dash. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see soft touch all around, and then we've got our controls here for the center stack. We've got our adaptive cruise control as well, volume, voice command controls, and then regular stocks there on the back. A full digital gauge cluster here in the center, and I like the overall kind of like animation here they have. Notice you can scroll through different bits of info so we can see, you know, for example, the trip computers. And it's cool that it shows you electric economy too. So if we go back into trip fuel, you can go down and see your electric economy, how that's going and everything. So I don't know, I think that's a fun feature to have. Now in the center screen, this is where you have the different drive modes. So you got normal, eco, sport that you can go between. And then in reverse, we just have a traditional backup camera here, as you can see. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, so shortcut bar here at the bottom, you've got that for the basically climate control, so heated seats, get heated steering wheel, all of that. And then as for the rest of the screen, I mean, it responds pretty quickly. It's an easy unit to use overall. Got our vents down below, and then you can see we've got some shortcut buttons basically, so that's for some of the safety tech. Defroster, you can see for the drive modes, volume control. Then you have our little charge area. Dial shifter here. And then you got our parking brake with our auto hold. And then you got some cup holders there as well. A little storage. And then yeah, good storage here in the center. Nice padding here on the top. And then yeah, pretty good storage in the glove box. And then no center for anything like that. Now taking a look at the window sticker, you guys can see 2024 Escape plug-in hybrid, and basically this one's a 700A equipment group. After all options, $41,995 is the total MSRP, and let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do a blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the PHEV Escape. So I guess that they've been making the plug-in hybrid Escape for a little bit of time now, but it hasn't really been like a super high volume vehicle for Ford. Sorry, I gotta adjust this a little bit. GoPro's annoying today. So yeah, it's something that I've never seen. I've seen the hybrid Escape, the regular hybrid, never seen the plug-in hybrid though. So I'm interested to see how this drives. The plug-in hybrid specs seem to be quite impressive. You know, almost 40 miles of driving range, fully electric. MPGe rating it's solid, it's up there. And then yeah, being able to still get 40 miles per gallon if you don't have any hybrid assist that's also impressive. So I mean, I imagine if you plug this in all the time, then and it depends on how much you're going to drive, right? But I mean, yeah, hypothetically you could be, I imagine that you could be getting pretty, I know that people are like, well, you get 101 miles per gallon. It's like, it doesn't really work like that in the real world. In the real world, I would assume, let's say that you have a commute that's, I don't know, 60 miles, probably going to be able to get it like maybe 70 miles per gallon on that is what your average would be. Who knows? Always have to kind of test one out in real life. Smooth though. Powertrain, just like most plug-in hybrids though, it's pretty rowdy when it's on. It's the one thing that I'll say is a downside about plug-in hybrids is it seems like the powertrains are just louder. I've noticed that. Let's see how quick this is. Pretty good. I mean, this ultimately is competing against the RAV4 Prime, and it is down on power compared to that quite substantially, because the RAV4 Prime, you're looking at, you know, over 300 horsepower. But is also quite a bit more affordable than a RAV4 Prime, because the RAV4 Prime is closer to like $50,000. So there's a bit of a price difference there. But yeah, you don't really concede anything in terms of driving dynamics. It is heavier than a regular Escape, but it doesn't, I wouldn't say it drives any worse. It drives pretty much the same. So it's a normal Escape. It's a normal Escape. So with that being said, yeah, not bad. I think this is cool. I think it's cool that Ford is doing this. This is just my take. I've said this. I think that hybrids are the, at least, you know, short term to medium term, potentially longer term too, future of the automobile. And the reason I think that, I'm just turning this down. The reason I think that is the charging infrastructure is just not there for full electric. Tesla's done a good job and they're opening up their charging network. That's definitely going to help out. But, you know, the US power grid just cannot handle the electric car need. It's just, it's not there yet. So, yeah, I just don't think that, I think that that's just, if that ever does, you know, fully happen, I think it's quite a bit of a ways off. So investing in plug-in hybrids, which kind of, you know, bridge the gap between ICE and fully electric, I think that's smart. I think that's the route to go. And, you know, not only that, but I don't know. I think that this is more appealing to a lot of buyers, because it's like you can still stop at the gas station, but then you can also, you know, charge at home. And so you kind of get the best of both worlds. But then also I think it's good that they have a, you know, a traditional hybrid, because there's a lot of people like myself that I don't want to plug in hybrid even. The reason being is just simply because I don't want the cost of a battery when that has to be replaced. And I think that a traditional hybrid's more than fuel efficient enough, you know. Because, I mean, modern cars, like, just look at modern cars. They become so much more fuel efficient. I mean, think about this for a second. We have pickup trucks nowadays that can get over 20 miles per gallon with just a gas engine. Pickup trucks, like the biggest vehicles. And so, yeah, cars are, you know, maybe not as efficient as people would like, but they're there. So there's my little rant. Let me know what you guys think about the plug-in hybrid.